Quick quiz, gentlemen. What's the most attractive body type? Body type number 1, the triangle. Body type number 2, the inverted triangle. Body type number 3, the rectangle. Body type number 4, the oval. Body type number 5, the trapezoid. Now, I'm going to reveal the answer here in the next couple minutes, but no matter what the answer is, you've got a particular body type today and you've got to dress for it. Well, gentlemen, that's what this video is all about, how you can dress best for your particular body type. Now, before I get into how to dress for each of the 5 body types, gentlemen, I want to lay out 3 ground rules. Rule number 1, dress for the body that you have today. So that may be great in 2 months or in a year that you will have lost all that weight you want to lose, or maybe gain that muscle, and you'll have the ideal body at that time. But you can't walk around naked right now, gentlemen. You have to dress for the body you have. So that interview, that big event that you've got coming up, that date that you want to go on, you've still got to dress for the body that you have. This is a great segue into my sponsor, Anson Belts. So one of the things I love about Anson, besides the interchangeability, I've talked about how their buckles and all their belts are interchangeable, so you can buy 3 buckles, 3 belts. You've got 9 options here, but this is what I love. Okay, you're gaining or losing weight. Guys, within a quarter of an inch, these belts adjust. So, and by the way, you can actually separate this right here. So let's say you lose a couple pounds. You don't have to go buy a new belt. You can actually cut this off and it will still fit you perfectly. Now, if you're gaining weight, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I'm sure you can, it's a father-son business. I'm going to link to them down in the description. I'm sure if you send them an email, they will give you a deal on a strap. Just say Antonio sent you. This Christmas season, if you're looking for a great gift, look at all these options. You could put together some pretty cool combinations. Throw in a few different buckles. It's a great company, guys, and they're US based. Like I said, father-son combo. Go check them out. Now let's go on to point number 2. So foundation point number 2 is that your body shape will determine the type of clothing that you want to wear. Don't fall into trends. So there was a trend a while back about skinny ties, skinny lapels, basically skinny suits, all this stuff. If you are a triangle shaped guy, if you are an oval shaped guy, that is just going to make you look like a clown. Doesn't matter if it somewhat fits you, it's not going to fit your body type. Proportion is key here, gentlemen. And so you've got to understand that for your body type, there are going to be items that are just going to work better for you. Foundation point number 3 is to seek the norm. When you're wearing clothing, what you want to do, no matter what your body type is you want to basically have it better balance you so that you go towards the norm body type in your society. And that goes back to the question at the very beginning. The answer is, what body type is most attractive? Well, it depends on where you live and what is the norm body type. So the body type in India, the body type in Germany, the body type in Italy, the body type in the United States or in Mexico, it changes. It depends. Here in the United States, people are going to be more muscular. That's what we put on a pedestal. A lot of guys go to the gym. India, they're going to be a bit thinner. Japan, they're going to be a bit thinner. So over there, it may be the rectangle. In the United States, it's going to be more the trapezoid. Interesting, though, is because as obesity becomes more common, it becomes something viewed as actually more attractive, believe it or not. The point is you don't want to, if you have really built yourself up, you're a bodybuilder, don't put on a jacket that has a lot of shoulder pads. It's basically going to make you look like a cartoon, and that's not what we're looking for. What we're looking to do is go towards the norm in your society. So the first body type I'm going to talk about, gentlemen, is the triangular body type. This can happen early on in life. It can also happen a lot later. We can happen with weight gain, but basically what we see is the hips and the stomach area starts to widen out. The shoulders were naturally maybe sloped, or you don't work out, you don't take care of that area, and so they start to slope down. You start to hunch over a bit. This is something that you've got to build up the shoulders. If you can build up the shoulders, all of a sudden this is going to transform this body type more into a square, and a square is much more masculine than a triangle. The issue with the triangle, again, goes back to the shoulders. Weak shoulders are viewed as not masculine. So you want to throw on sports jackets, throw on jackets, wear casual suits, throw on blazers, but also bring in denim jackets, bring in a leather jacket. Always think, how can I, in a sense, build up this area? Can I wear casual button-up shirts that have epaulets, that maybe have the double pockets, that have a little bit of an embroidery design? So the chest area, the shoulder area, you're looking to add a bit of weight to it, even sweaters can come in and help out with this. Now, when it comes to the hips, what you want to do, don't wear anything baggy in the hips. So you're going to want to wear things closer in and around here. You also are going to want to make sure the proportion of your shoes, you don't want to go with anything super large. Everything down here is as large as you want it to be, so you want to wear possibly more delicate dress shoes, things that are going to look smaller even though maybe you've got size 12 feet. The next body type I want to talk about is the inverted triangle. This is the bodybuilder. This is the guy that spends time in the gym and has really built up his upper body. Now, the problem with this, many people are going to say, well, I would love that body and love his problems. Well, try going to a tailor. I can tell you this is one of the most difficult bodies to tailor clothing to, and a lot of the stuff he puts on, it actually makes his upper body look even bigger, and his lower body therefore becomes disproportional. And this is what we want to avoid. So the guy with this build, he wants to build up his lower body. He's going to do this by focusing on shoes that make his feet look a little bit bigger. So he wants to look at boots. He wants to look at maybe textured shoes with suede. He wants to look at contrast. So something maybe that's got a contrasting leather to it, something that draws a little bit more attention to his footwear. Okay, then when moving up here, let's look at jeans. Avoid skinny jeans. Maybe go for a straight cut. You don't need to go for a loose cut, but you want to give something that gives a little bit of extra weight in here. When you're looking at suits, make sure you avoid jackets that have a lot of padding. Search out jackets, especially, there are certain ones maybe coming out of Italy, or that you can get custom made, which are going to have no padding in here. The idea is you've already got everything you need up here, and you want to come off as simply a guy that looks like he's in shape, not a guy that, comes off as this disproportionate. It looks like he's going to fall over, just because he has no weight down here in the lower body. So again, we're trying to avoid the cartoonish look by making your proportions in your lower body more balanced. Now, the next body type is the rectangle body type. For many guys, this is going to be a great body type to have, but if it starts to be an extreme rectangle where it's a thin, lanky individual, it becomes a lot more difficult. So this is where you want to add texture. Now, if you've got a normal build, I'm relatively 5'9", 170, 165 pounds. I can tell you clothing is relatively easy to find for me. But if I was 6'3", 180 pounds, I would, have that much leaner profile, and it would become much harder to find clothing. He doesn't want to be wearing really thin clothing that makes him look extremely thin and like he's malnourished here. Simply, he's looking for things that are going to add some weight and add some texture. So for him, unlike many of the other body types, he wants to break up that line. So he doesn't want to necessarily go for monochromatic looks. He wants to go for an odd jacket with an odd pair of trousers. And what do I mean by that? I mean, they're not made from the same fabric. You can go with jeans. You could go with a sports jacket. That's a great look for a lot of guys. Or if he's going to go for a shirt, he can go with one that has a little bit of build, maybe the double pockets, something that has a little bit of a contrast between the top and the bottom. That's okay if we focus in on his midsection a bit. Because he's so thin, it's actually going to make him maybe not look so thin. It's going to keep the eye right there at the center. The point is we're looking for balance. We're looking to kind of widen him out a bit and to make him look more like the norm. The next body type I want to discuss is the oval body type, and we're looking to do two things here. We're looking to stretch out the oval, and we're looking to add edges. So let me talk about each. By stretching out the oval, I mean let's make you look taller. Let's make you look leaner. We can do that with monochromatic looks. A suit, natural monochromatic look here. You've got a matching jacket with a matching pair of trousers made from the same fabric. It allows the eyes to go up and down. When a big man wears this, he almost always looks great. Now, what you want to avoid is a high contrast outfit. So light colored shirt with a dark pair of trousers, that's a no-no. Where our attention then is focused into your midsection and just makes you look wider. Now, when I'm talking about the edges, I'm talking about here on the jacket perhaps. I'm talking about shoes that draw a little bit of attention to themselves. These are your top and bottom areas. The jacket right here, the shoulders, it's going to build them. It's going to draw a line right here. That's a great thing. What you don't want is to have really soft in and around that area. Now with the shoes, you want our attention to focus in on the shoes. So you can wear a great pair of boots. Not only will those give you a bit of height, but they could draw our attention. So you can go with something with broguing, something with a contrast leather, something with a bit of suede in it, something with style. Because we're going to then focus in on there and we're going to say, wow, this guy's got style. He's large and in charge. The next body type is a trapezoid body type, one of the easier body types to dress, unless he's extremely tall, extremely short, or closer to an inverted triangle. But this guy in general, much of the clothing that he's going to try on is going to fit him pretty good. And that's where the problem's at, is he doesn't get many things adjusted to fit him. He tries things off the rack. He's like, this is pretty good. I'm going to wear it as is. So he gets lazy. This body type needs to take everything he has to a tailor to get it perfectly adjusted. No excuses here. This is one of the easiest body types to dress, but I see so many guys still screwing it up because they're wearing clothing that doesn't fit them. They don't actually go out there, follow my simple style pyramid where you focus in on the fit, you focus in on the function, basically what's the message you want to send, you focus in on the fabric, you buy the best you can afford. All right, gentlemen, so if you want more, go check out the support article. In the support article, I go over each of the body types in a lot more detail than I went over them in this video. And let me know in the comments down below, what would you have added? What did I miss? What body type do you have? And what are your tips and tricks for dressing for that body type? Finally, gentlemen, go check out Anson Belt and Buckle. You take these buckles right here, you take all these different straps, and you get amazing combinations. Like I said, if you're losing weight, great option for you because you don't have to go out and buy a new belt. I love it because it can fit pretty much any man out there, any body type. Just a great deal, great father-son business here in the United States. And that's it, guys. Take care. I'll see you in the next video.